right. All right. It's been about 7 months since I had this bike. I think it's time to do the you know, the beginner on a 600cc inline review. You know what I'm saying? For some background of bikes I've been riding, you know, I've had a you know, one of the mongoose mountain bikes. You know what I'm saying? Had one of the mongoose mountain bikes. You know, I've had one of those street bikes with the pegs. You know, that you push with your feet. Yeah. So basically, I've never I've never rode a bike before. Not a dirt bike, nothing. Closest I've done that has a throttle that's not your foot is one of those like Razor electric bikes for like 8-year-olds. And I rode that shit all the way back in 3rd grade, man. So try to make the bike as quiet as possible. Yeah, I had no experience, and obviously, you know, when you look online, you know, what beginner bike should I get? You know, what's a good beginner bike? Everyone's saying, you know, don't get an inline anything, you know, especially inline 600. Obviously, not a 1000 unless you're a Yamaha follower, you know. Then you need to get a booster for your first bike. Other than that, this is pretty stupid to start on, according to the internet, you know, and according to me too. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not sure if you guys know. Not everybody can, you know, this is usually the problem, because I'm pretty sure if people could get over this problem, this whole debate wouldn't even be a thing. People are not going to be buying a bunch of bikes. I don't want to say a bunch, like, I mean, theoretically you can just get 2. You can get like a Ninja 400 to start on, and then get a whatever inline you want after that. But you know, start on a twin. You know, that's a good, like, what, 5 grand, maybe 2 to 3 if you get it used, you know. Actually, probably not, because they hold their value low-key, because motherfuckers don't be selling old ones and shit, but whatever, right? And then, you know, next time you go around, you know, drop a good, you know, a good 7, 10, 15, 20 grand on your next bike, right? Bruh, ain't nobody doing all that. Ain't nobody doing all that. Okay, maybe there are people who do that, but I was not about to do that. What the hell? So, boom. Now you have the issue of, you know, you hear people talk about, oh, I started on a 400 or 300 and I got bored in 2 months. So now you probably just spent more than 2 months, let's be honest, saving for the bike. And within that time, you're already over it. And then now you probably got riding buddies who have higher CC bikes and you're not keeping up. So, you're probably watching this video like, oh, okay, well, he started on it, you know what? It's possible, you know, because it's 7 months in, and I'm on it, you know, I'm on it, everything's fine. The thing is, you know, you got to know yourself first. One thing I didn't know how to do, even though I didn't ride bikes, is I knew how to drive a manual car. So, just off rip, you can kind of, you know, if you drive a manual car, I guess you could tell why these are pretty dangerous for your beginner. So for example, I'm in 6th gear right now, okay? Just swapped over to 6th gear. I was in 5th, but I'm in 6th now. Okay, so the problem is that your throttle is like, let's say you're on a 300, right? And you like flick it like this or whatever, right? And I guess if you're in a higher gear, and even me, this is technically a higher gear. Maybe I don't even know what I'm saying, but basically, you're not going anywhere, right? So let's say you're in your 2nd gear, full throttle like this, is probably gonna, like, on a 300, not feel anywhere close to 2nd gear throttle, same percentage throttle. So if you get 75% of 2nd gear, it's probably not gonna flip you over. But if you whack 75% of 2nd gear on this, you're probably gonna get yanked, you know, at least. I don't know about going over, because motherfucker, I don't be yanking, because I ain't trying to go over. But this is 6th gear, obviously, right? And this thing has no power in 6th gear. And this was the reason why I got a 600 inline. When you're low in the revs, look at this shit. I could be trash as hell on the throttle. You know, the bike doesn't go anywhere because it has no oomph on the bottom. But you can see now it's much more aggressive. This is 1st gear, you know. know, obviously you definitely don't want to be making mistakes. Is that pull? Like, if you're not gripping your tanks, like, I don't understand how anybody can pull first gear. Oh shit. I don't understand how anybody can feel their first gear on a 600 and you're if you have no tank grips. These tank grips, like, oh damn, I think it said turn right, I don't remember. Anyway, these tank grips right here help so much. Like, you have to squeeze. You have to, because like, you can't hold on to your bars super tight, because that's not good for riding motorcycles. So you gotta squeeze. And like, if you like accidentally mess up the throttle and you fucking get pulled back and you grip onto the handlebars, look what happens when you get pulled back. Ready? Right? Bike does something stupid, you get pulled back. It adds throttle. It's like a negative feedback loop. Or maybe positive, because I guess it's getting more you know, more throttle, but you know what I mean by negative feedback loop. So it's no bueno. Also, your clutch, the same way you would probably turn left. Okay. Same way you would probably let out the clutch nice and slowly, and maybe give, you know, 25% throttle or maybe 20% throttle, you know, first gear, that you learn at the MSF on that little ass fucking 125 or some shit. That's not gonna fly here. 20-25% of throttle, like on that thing, would probably be like this, right? 20-25% throttle on this bike is like this. It's like, I mean, that's a little bit more, but like, I barely even moved and it revved that high. So it kind of teaches you, I don't want to say bad habits, but if you swap from the MSF course to a 600 inline, you might fall. You might fuck around and find out. You can accidentally do a clutch up, you know, especially when you're learning how to rev match. You might accidentally clutch up, you know. Damn, we missed the light. Oh, also small tip, because you know, you guys probably watching this, you probably have a lot of motorcycle stuff on your feed, and you see people trying to, I'm looking for neutral. Damn it, like right now, like, oh, I was in it. A good tip, I don't know if it works on all bikes, but if you just rev the engine real quick and pop it, yo, it just goes straight into neutral. Like, stop playing with me, bro. I don't even know how I figured that out. I was just playing around one day because I was like, there's no way you can get stuck in this bitch forever in first or second. So yeah, there's a lot of dangers that come with this. And you know, other bikes, yes, they're lighter, they're more forgiving and everything like that. Some people just don't have the money to be putting into two bikes, or let's be honest, like, you don't have the patience. Like, I just want, you know, this type of bike. So if you are gonna do this route, I would definitely say stick to under 4. Like no joke. Like, I will show you right now what under 4 looks like. Alright, so that's under 4. Under 4 up until 6th gear keeps you at 45 miles an hour, and there's no fucking power. Okay? Like, I was already in 6th gear basically by the time we were done with that turn. And even now, right, you're in 6th gear and you try to gas it, you know, yeah, you're going faster than 45 miles an hour, but the bike's not going to flip you or scare you or anything like that. And on top of that, if you do decide to get a newer bike, they have modes. So if you do the calculations for like most B modes, they're about like 70% of the engine. Hey, where you at? All right. They're about 70% of the engine. So you basically, like, let's say you get a ZX6R, or you manage to find an R6 somewhere, because they don't sell them anymore, which would probably be costly anyway, so there goes that whole cost issue. But if you ever do, it's basically like an inline 500, the power, which is technically still no joke, especially when you look at UK standards and they have to start on a smaller displacement. Like, they're forced to go through like the displacements. It sucks for them, honestly. I feel bad for you guys, but in America it's the other way. It's literally criminal. It's literally criminal by government, right, that you can go get a MSF course for $300, do it in 3 days, and then get your license and the right to buy. Technically, I mean, anybody has the right to buy it, but the right to ride on the street, a 1000. It literally makes no sense. It's like telling me, it's like teaching someone, I have taught you your your subtraction and addition. You are now eligible to grade the homework of the high schoolers doing algebra. It makes no sense. It doesn't fucking work like that. And this is why we have a fucking shit ton of deaths per mile. The fucking barrier for entry is fucking ridiculously little. Like, you guys aren't gonna let people buy airplanes and shit. You have to go through hours and hours and hours in training before you can even fly it. Yeah, you can buy an airplane and shit, but what about flying it? You know, these things, I mean, at 1,000 go 190, you know? And like, most people use their throttle first and learn that before they learn their brakes. You know, they can accelerate harder than they can brake, and that's how you have tragic accidents happen, right? A lot of people, they see what their friends have. Their friends have a 600 or 1,000. Oh, it'll be fine. Just start at a 600. Just start below 4,000 RPMs. But then you ride with them, and you know they're kind of dipping on you, and you start opening it up a little bit. Next thing you know, target fixation, low side, fucking God forbid high side, and you're toast. Your bike's toast. Like, I'm not saying you're gonna be toast. That's also another thing. Most people think the moment your fucking feet touch the pavement, you get disconnected from the server. Like, bro, there's such thing as seriously being injured. Like, you don't die every fucking time. So, I mean, getting gear is also good. Right now, I technically have no gear on. I have $20 gloves on, my helmet, and a fucking Levi's leather jacket. Like, if I go down, it is gonna be fucking clap for me. Like, there's gonna be no one else to fucking help me. There's gonna be no one else to fucking help me. So, nothing else to help me. So right now, I have to accept, if I go down, I have to accept what comes with it, right? Because I left the house without my one-piece suit, right? I have a one-piece suit, I don't wear it all the time. And when I go down, what are the comments gonna be saying? Should've wore gear. So even me at this point, you know, watch a bunch of Moto Madness, all these compilations of bikes crashing. A lot of times you have to understand that it's rider error, and majority of crashes are rider error. So if you get a bike that you start on that has a lot of margin for error, actually no, zero margin for error, my bad, cool, then you're closer to becoming a statistic. When we find, like, I don't know, a pretty spot or something, I'll stop the bike, and as you can see right here, I got tape and shit, because I fucked around and found out. Not really fucked around, but I found out for real. I was making like a turn like this, and I stopped. Person confused me because they were confused because the spot, understandably, was like new, under construction and shit, and like the road was like unclear where you're supposed to be. And I was leaning over while going slow, which is high risk. And ooh, damn, look at the boys. I was leaning over, high risk, and I went over like a little chunk of like debris, like a little thing of like brick, and the thing just low-sided. Like, I was going so slow, my helmet didn't even touch the floor. Matter of fact, since it's funny because things happen always at home, close to home. The car wash is like spitting distance from my place. I was just going there, and by the time I got on the bike, I realized I forgot my gloves. So I was like, man, I'm just going down the street. I don't care. Like, what are the odds I'm falling off? Like, going down the street. The hell? Boom, fall off on the way back. Like, my hands were even fine. Like, I braced myself with my hands and everything. So like, it wasn't a bad crash or anything, but I still went down at the end of the day. And there's been times I've been maxing out the bike, like trying to pin it and everything. You know, cars almost hitting me, all this stuff. But no, it's me, chill out, just trying to wash my bike, and then boom, I go down. You know, it's like there's no predicting it. So this thing is this thing's no joke. Although on the right side, if you do start on a 600, just remember, keep it under 4 for your first like I'd say like month or so. Not month of having the bike, month of like riding, or like maybe like 15 days of riding actually, right? And then just start going up 2,000 RPMs. That's literally what I did. I would stay under 4, got comfortable, stay under 6, got comfortable, stay under 8. Next thing you know, you're Googling how to do wheelies that I'm still terrified of. And the way I go about things learning is not what I would teach other people at all, because it's fucking destructive. I try to limit test, and that is a way to get results fast, but it's also literally the exact, like, it's just a synonym for fuck around and find out. It's just limit testing. So there's been a couple times I fucked around and found out. I was like, at what RPM does this first gear lift the front end? One day, and mind you, I had the bike for 7 months as of this video. I started in the winter. Any lane to turn on. How? It just said any lane. GPS is confusing me. Okay. So. Ooh, this car sounds nice. Damn, what the fuck? Whoa, what was I on? Damn, sometimes I get confused because I'm looking at nice cars and then I lost track of thought. Oh, fuck around and find out. First gear. So, you know, I was letting first gear sing, and that bitch. Basically, I let out first gear, I wanted it out, I was going off on like red light. The fucking bike came up, fucking shit just came up like way quicker than I was expecting. These BMW boys are with it, huh? So my fucking feet came out like that. Like, it was bad. Like, you need your back brake to put your thing back down. Luckily my bike is either tuned or not tuned, I don't know. And what do you call it? Oh my god. And yeah, I power wheeled 2 times on accident, and after that I wanted to like see like how the fuck I can get to it again on purpose, you know, by limit testing. But I wouldn't recommend you guys to do that as a beginner. I will say that it's very doable. It is absolutely doable. I don't know like what physicality level you guys are at, so I might be saying this from a disingenuous standpoint, because I was an athlete, this and that, blah blah blah. Like, I don't know if like your average gamer that just never like ran the mile in a timely manner is going to be like as controlling of the bike. But it definitely helps to be in shape. The bike, I mean, it's not too heavy, but it's definitely not it's definitely not nothing. Like, if you put your foot down and you have like mismatched like leveling and you fall over, bro, it is fucking over. Like, you're gonna go down with your bike, it's gonna fucking hurt, your Lego is gonna get crushed. Like, it's just a fucking mess. So lighter bikes are lighter, therefore you might have a better chance of picking it back up when it goes down, like before it actually touches the ground. So all of this just comes back to these bikes have a less margin of error for mistakes and shit. So, you know, that's why they say don't get it. You know, you just might fucking fuck up. And then when you find people like this, if this was New York, they'd be swimming right now, I swear. Every New York person with the M series swims, bro. But obviously, the upsides of once you get to 600, you're comfortable on it and everything. The next level experiences, aka double-digit RPM, unlock. You know, you can unlock that part. I will not lie, even after 7 months, there's still some features of this bike that are grayed out in the selection screen because I'm just not good enough. You know, I have a full suit, I have knee pads. Have I dragged a knee? No. Have I come close to dragging a knee? I don't know. Am I trying to find out? No. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just following these guys because, like, where else would they be going besides where I'm going, you know? So that's the upside, you know, and that's the upside that, you know, most of you guys thinking. That's why you're looking for excuses to get a 600. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend it for your average Joe. It's just so much power. that can go out of hand. And on top of that, if you've never rode before, definitely don't do this. And if you don't know manual, I triple recommend not doing this. Understanding manual was a huge help. Like, I'd say like half the battle, because all I have to do is learn the clutch and then learn the throttle, and that's it. I don't have to learn manual and that. Like, learning all that shit is crazy. Oh shit, was I supposed to turn here? I don't know. Oh, 1 mile? Okay, then. Yo, this is... Oh, I think I did miss the turn. Alright. So, yeah, basically that's it, guys, you know? Once you unlock most features off the, you know, the screen, the fight screen, you'll be here, you know? You'll have it, you'll be all good. But you have to be wary. So yeah, in conclusion, guys, stay safe, have fun, ride smart. Peace!